Knowing what pension you're going to get is crucial to understanding what sort of lifestyle you're going to have in retirement. Are you just going to be getting by? Or are you going to be comfortable, financially free, and enjoying lots of life's luxuries? But of course, what pension you'll get will depend on what pension you have. And we put together a couple of short videos which explain what sort of pension you can expect and how you can find out for each different type of pension. So in this video, we're going to be looking at what sort of pension you could expect and how to find out using a defined contribution and the pension drawdown method. So rather than going for an annuity and securing your income like we spoke about in the previous video, pension drawdown gives you far more flexibility. It allows you to take your pension when you want, how you want, subject to minimum pension age. So whilst you get far more flexibility with pension drawdown, there are more risks. When making withdrawals from your pension pot, you need to be conscious of a couple of things, inflation being one. The amount you withdraw from your pension pot is going to need to increase over time because prices will rise over time. Your pension will remain invested, so you have to be prepared to put up with volatility in the stock market. And of course, you need to keep an eye on your withdrawal level because the more withdrawals you take could mean your money runs out before you do. Now, the pension drawdown option is great for those that want more flexibility in retirement. Perhaps you plan to spend more in your early years, going on lots of holidays, but then slow down in your later years. And maybe finally, towards the end of your life, you might want to make gifts to your children or grandchildren. What's essential to know though is what's a sustainable income that you could take from your pension pot in drawdown during your retirement. Here at RTS Financial Planning, we use over 100 years of market and inflation data to create monthly 35-year rolling periods going all the way back to 1915. We end up with about 1,000 different scenarios, and what we're able to do is to test your pension, your portfolio, against all of these historic conditions to see what's a sustainable withdrawal level for you. This example here shows this in action for a £300,000 portfolio using a 60% equity, 40% bonds investment strategy and 2 full state pensions. In the example, you can see that the minimum sustainable income in red is around £27,900 per year. This was the worst 35-year period from the past, and it started in November 1968 and ended in November 2003. This period saw double-digit inflation, UK bailout by the IMF, Black Wednesday, dot-com bubble, and the September 11 attacks. What's interesting though is that in this test data, 98% of the scenarios we tested could sustain an income of just over £29,000 per year in retirement, increasing with inflation each year as well. And this just so happens to be the moderate level of income according to the retirement living standards. And to give you a flavour of what a moderate level of income like this would give you in retirement, you can see here on screen some of the data provided by the retirement living standards. Now, if we compare this level of sustainable income to the annuity level of income that we saw in our last video, you can see that the pension drawdown option potentially gives you a higher level of sustainable income, although not secured, but crucially, it also leaves you a balance. So as you can see on screen here, this shows you some likely scenarios for the balance of your pension pot. So remember, we started at 300,000 and we're looking for a sustainable income of just over £29,000 a year. And in 98% of those scenarios, you end up with a balance at the end of your life, which could be significant. So if you need help understanding what your sustainable income could be in retirement, then get in touch. We also have a really essential, crucial document, the 10-minute retirement plan, which I'd urge you to download, which is free, and there'll be a link to download this in the notes page of the YouTube video.